I just had a massive revelation in regards to Crow's entire purpose. We know Savathun has guided Crow along this journey, and it just wasn't some giant mystery. He didn't get revived by Glint by coincidence. Savathun is actually using Crow as a test subject, and today we're going to discuss how.
Every time I come to the Dreaming City, it feels like I never left.
Perhaps something here calls to you. Something deeper than identity, deeper than memory.
Uldren Sov has always had a strong devotion to Mara Sov and the Awoken, leading them through battles and charting new worlds they would come across on their adventures. Sometimes this devotion would drive him mad though. After the Taken King, Uldren and Mara were split from each other, and Uldren would begin to descend into his madness. Uldren believed that Mara was still alive and speaking to him, but as we know, Riven was at the source of these lies, luring Uldren back to the Tangled Shore with a new Scorn army.
Let us see what dreams may come.
Uldren would follow Riven's words, whom he thought was Mara, through the Tangled Shore and eventually to the entrance of the Dreaming City where he learned the truth. At this point, we caught up to him and killed Uldren Sov. His campaign of madness was over, or so we thought. Now the big twist here is that Riven at this point was under Savathun's control. In the Boots of the Great Hunt card, Riven says, "But today I have a visitor. She reminds me of the king, yet subtler." Nothing announces her arrival. Her will does not flow through the system in open challenge against her enemies. I did not notice her. That means the light did not notice her. She knows that I am taken. I am beholden to no one, so I ask her if she wishes to take up those strings. She does, and I take a new shape. My cage loses its purpose. I can tell this is not a part of her grand design. This is an introduction. She is at play. Through our new bond, I glimpse her intention, and I hope she remains at play. Most of those who bargain with me do not win. She releases vibrant, unrestrained bursts of air from her face. I do not. So Savathun made some wishes, we assume from that lore, that ultimately had Riven create the Scorn and infect Uldren down this path leading to his death. We know that Uldren was then resurrected by Glint, a ghost who had been searching for a guardian for a very long time. Now we are unaware if Savathun had anything to do with Glint, perhaps another wish was made before Riven's death, but Uldren regardless would become a guardian. Savathun explains what happens next in her cutscene.
I ferried the reborn prince to your city so he could be redeemed.
So she led Crow back to the city and even speaks how she connects with Crow specifically.
I've always sympathized with Crow, you know. All the kind words I shared with him as Osiris were sincere. I know what it's like to be an exile. To be hated for things outside of your control. It would be better for Crow if we talked. I want to explain why I did what I did. I want him to know that my affection is true, because the less he knows, the more vulnerable he is. Doomed to be strung along by false promises from supposed benefactors.
Now this is a big giveaway of where this is going next. Crow may receive his memory back. It could be from Savathun, but my guess is that it's from Mara Sov. Through previous weeks, Mara wants Uldren to remember who he was, and perhaps she maybe even constructed a plan to do this, whether it's using that Ahamkara egg, some awoken magic we've never heard of, or whatever it is, it may be to give Uldren back his past memories.
She stole my brother from me, twisted his mind, and delivered him to his executioners. Then she had the audacity to steal him from the Traveler, manipulate him, and lead him back home. It is strange, having him here. And yet not. Crow is a wounded bird, flinching away from me, so much like Uldren, but lost without a guiding hand. Do you understand why I forbade him from speaking with Savathun? This reunion is such cruel kindness.
I will have to offer him more than an old story of an empty promise if I wish to see that ember burn again. This is the path I led Uldren down. If certain actors had kept to their roles, I would have wielded Uldren Sov Lightbearer. But even Mara Sov cannot control everyone.
Now this has big implications in and of itself, but the massive twist is that Savathun orchestrated all of this. 1. Corrupting Uldren with darkness through Riven's wish. 2. Seeing him revived in the light, showing that a previously dark being can become a guardian, which we know happens in Witch Queen. 3. Guiding him back to the city and eventually Mara, where of course she has issues that he doesn't remember Uldren. And 4, if it happens, someone gives Crow back his memories and Savathun witnesses this. Now this sounds like a perfect plan to lead up to Witch Queen, doesn't it? Everything Savathun has done is for a reason. She wants the power of the light, to become a guardian, but she also would want to remember her past as Savathun. There's no point in her becoming a guardian and getting the power of the light if she doesn't know what she's fighting for and that there's the darkness and Xivu Arath still hunting her down. So it's gotta happen at some point, right?
I just want to talk to Savathun. I have questions. I deserve answers.
She is nothing but lies. She will only hurt you, and she will not feel regret about it.
I don't like being told who will and won't hurt me by people I hardly know.
Anyway, Guardians, I hope you enjoyed this video. Some massive plot connections going on here in Destiny, and if these seasons continue with these great storylines, it's just going to get better and better. If you'd like to see some more Destiny lore and mysteries just like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching. My name's Evade, and I'll catch you Guardians in the next one.